And we're live. There it is. We're live. All right. I'm trying to get everything started here. Just let's get. Look, this is the Love Doctor live stream, episode 16 of season 2, with the fantastic Jessica Dunaway and Mina Minou. Let's get the promo pictures out of the way. Welcome everybody. How's everyone doing? I haven't poured a drink yet. I just got to reach over and get a drink. I got this beautiful drink here, which is the world's best gin. They are not sponsoring me, but they are. They make a delightful noise. Just there we are. Does everybody have a good beverage? Mina's on mute for some reason, but we're.
I was just rearranging my situation, but we're good.
That sounded sexier than it should. All right. Jessica, is that just water at this time?
I'm hydrating right now. Yeah.
I do have water in case I get a bit of a dry mouth. We had somebody pop in ahead of time saying, "Hey, Shayla, the anonymous person who works behind the scenes, there's a shout out to you. You do a wonderful job of making sure all of this goes well. They double check the work that I do, and they did a lot of the work for the selection of." All the work for the selection of the giveaways that we're going to be doing a little bit later tonight. We've reached 100 subscribers. We now have a vanity URL. Woo!
Yay!
All right. For those of you just tuning in and not knowing what's going on and why this is the weirdest Oscars red carpet of all time, this is we have our enemies. We know, we understand. The Love Doctor live stream is a good. All right, they popped in and now they're leaving. Lorraine Taylor saying good night, everyone. That's welcome, Lorraine. We answer people's questions about love, sex, and relationships, and we answer them with it's basically common sense. Just is it too much to ask? Like I know a lot of people say common sense isn't common. I just think the people who use common sense are just kind of quiet about it. So. Let's be kind and be well to everyone and get this thing started. Welcome. Well, it's okay. Mina, did you say what you were drinking? I asked that question and then I never shut up.
I'm drinking water and I'm smoking weed.
All right. There we go. We got the rock on all over. Let's bring up. Isn't Canada wonderful for that? All right.
Hell yeah.
There is Now we start at the bottom. So the first one we have here is how old is too old for mini skirts? And you are in the hot seat, Mina. So you get to go first. It's Jessica's laughing already. She's not making noise, but she's laughing. It's just.
There is no limit to a mini skirt. You fucking wear what makes you feel good and you own it. I know you don't like when I say bitches, but my bitches.
And Lorraine is saying they're still here. They're still here. All right, good. Jessica.
Yeah, no, what Mina said, I mean, the limit does not exist.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. All right. You know what? Both of you said that perfectly. The only thing I would add is if anyone has a problem with you wearing a mini skirt, it's their problem. At the same time, dress appropriately. Like if you're doing heavy duty contract work, you might want a bit more leg protection than that. but that's the only change that I'd say to that. Thank you, Lorraine, for joining us here as we are tuning in. Misty Portugal is going holla. Misty was on last week's episode and was bemoaning the fact that they couldn't enter any of the what is it called? The competitions, not the competitions, the giveaways. So hopefully they'll get a chance to do that as well. All right. And people are bombarding me with questions now. Not the time, David Windsor. What about teaching children? What?
I don't know.
You're talking about wearing a miniskirt to teach children?
Oh,
do
sure.
it.
Dude.
Teach the children to be confident.
Exactly. First off, I mean, wear underwear in that case. I might say wear underwear in that case, but other than that, it's children have to be taught that sexuality is wrong. Children have to be taught Right? I'm not saying that's what you're supposed to teach them. I'm saying they don't notice these things until people point it out to them. And as I said, that's other people's problem. So David Windsor is saying, yeah, okay, should you be a bit reserved teaching small children? You're not, it's just how you're dressed. The body in itself is not a negative thing. I mean, thank you, David, for playing, but the people that are trying to say that that's not appropriate or that's not appropriate for children, I mean, that's only if somebody's sexualizing it. And sexualization of children is wrong. But if they're brought up to be okay with bodies and body types, then I think that's a better world. All right. Jessica's nodding away. Mina's
Oh
about to
yeah,
break
I
out
like
in laughter.
vehemently agree. I am so pro body autonomy. We're taught to be so ashamed of like who we are, the way that we look. Like we're taught that we have to hide it away, and like I hate it so much. It's all about, you know, kind of being empowered.
Okay. I
Sorry.
So can I just jump in with context? David is my partner, and he's probably a little drunk and being silly. Just to say.
All right. Lorraine saying most parents aren't even reserved with language around children, which is, it's a weird thing. I don't know, because there's two thoughts that have gone into this. Like Mina has already mentioned that I don't like the B word. All right, mainly because of the fact that it is a gender-specific put down, and I don't think that's right. Oh, hold it. We've got some comments coming in. That's not true. Yeah. All right. With a little black heart in there. It's, you know what? If you went to a school where your male teachers were wearing mini skirts, that's a fucking good school. All right. But yeah, I you know what? Early on, I'm gonna have to say this was either the early 90s or the late 80s. A friend in a punk band actually said to me, cursing is just a sign of a poor vocabulary. If you can't find the word, then you curse. And if you curse too often, then when you do curse, it loses its impact. And I mean, they weren't against cursing, but I noticed my hot teachers too, but I think maybe it's because we're told not to. There we are. See, the evil education has already begun. Are we set to go for the next question? We're off to a start. This is all kinds of wonderful. I'm just, you know what? I've had one sip. I'm going to have another sip.
Things are happening here.
Things are happening. We're having a lot of fun. This is a good start. If a guy brings you to a motel instead of a hotel, does that mean he is cheap? I'm in the hot seat. Oh, all right. It might mean that he was in a rush. Might be that there was no motels in the area or hotels in the area. Or it could be that he just doesn't want to take you home to meet his wife. Any of those things could be the case. Mina.
No, I don't. Especially because I think motels are way cooler because they usually have like, you know, vibrating beds or like weird themes. More of a novelty. Hotels are like whatever. Anybody can go to a hotel, but a cool motel, that's my vibe.
Boom.
Yeah, a heart-shaped hot tub. Are you kidding me? That's my aesthetic all over. Like, come on. Yeah, or it just means that they're being like sensible financially, which I, as an irresponsible human being, can completely appreciate.
All right. Okay. So those are all good answers. We've got some comments have come in though. Roshan is saying hello from Scarborough. Welcome, Roshan. David Weber saying, okay, fair play.
That's me. That's me.
All right, girlfriend. And I came in mid-sentence and I had no context. He doesn't think highly of you. Oh, that's somebody's response to the idea of that you're being taken to a motel.
I guess I could see that as like a potential takeaway, but I'd have to ask motivations, right?
Exactly. It's something. There's so many factors involved. Real question though. Please explain the Ireland, Scotland, England, Wales thing used in 90s pop culture and
David,
analogies.
sorry.
What?
You can just,
It's just because it was a
move on.
pervasive colonialist culture and it was everywhere. And a lot of good books came out of there. Like High Fidelity,
Sorry.
came out of there. The movie The Commitments came out of Ireland. You've got Train Spotting came out of Scotland. It's a bunch of fuck. I hate to say that the English did shit good, but all right. David, there. I'm glad you're having a drink.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. This is fantastic.
Okay,
Mina,
cool.
we're doing this is all good. We're doing perfect. And the next question that we do have is great. Somebody just fill out their master's thesis. All right. Most of it is drunk. Oh, as a designated driver, there's a lot to this question. Do you see how much this text fills the screen here? As a designated driver, I hear a lot while driving people home. Most of it is drunken nonsense. You know what? I'm not learning how to speak. Let me try to read again. As a designated driver, I hear a lot while driving people home. Most of it is drunken nonsense and giggling, but sometimes the things are more serious. The most recent event I was privy to hear about involved an infidelity that took place. Am I sworn to secrecy like a priest due to their inebriated state and lack of realization of what they were saying? Or do I have to tell the things I heard to their partner? Sincerely yours, Toyota Prius confessional driver. All right. First person going to get a shot at this is Jessica Dunaway.
Wow. Well, this is a juicy one, huh? I would say, no, you don't. My biggest reason for saying no, you don't have to tell their partner about something like this is because I feel like that's a violation of privacy. Right? Like finding out who their partner is or like where their partner lives and that sort of stuff is overstepping something that like is a professional line that would personally make me feel uncomfortable. Just from that perspective. And I also think that people come to these things in their own time. And so it's not really fair or right to intrude on other people's business in that way.
Boom. Fair question indeed. I agree with most everything in there. And even if this person is your best friend, the thing is, if you were to, I say the thing is way too often. If you were to tell your best friend that so-and-so was cheating on them, you're probably going to lose that friend. And so the best bet is to be close to your friend. Now, you're just a bloody Uber driver by the sounds of it, like a designated driver. It's not the worth the hurt of trying to, or worth the work to hurt somebody who you don't know. And that's my takeaway on that. Same with Jessica's. Mina, put on the glasses to answer this correctly.
Yeah, I would say if it was a different context and we're talking about like my friends who I know and I love and I want to mama bear protect, I will probably tell them while I like do something semi-violent to whoever is cheating on them. But other than that, snitches get stitches and you should mind your own business, in my personal opinion.
Boom. I think all of that, it does suck. And you did learn that person's an asshole, but at the same time, you shouldn't drive. You can't tell people bad things about the people that they love and expect them to still like you.
Yeah.
We've got David Windsor saying, "Oh man, thanks Toyota." Lorraine Taylor is, I agree, and David Windsor's in there. But what kind of moral obligation does a person have to someone else's monogamous commitments? You have none. You have a moral obligation to to be there for your friend when they need you, to interpose and make the situation where they need you, then you are being harmful.
Interesting.
For those who are tuning in for comedy, that was an actual good piece of advice. But we cover it all here. We do. All right. And then next question we have. We are burning through these questions. We're going to have to be doing a giveaway at some point too. In your opinion, which seats are the best to sit in at the movies? Does the person you're seeing it with affect your choice? And that means Mina is in the hot seat.
Back in like high school, sure, I wanted to be in the back of the theater, especially if I was with someone cute, because I didn't have access to my own car or apartment or whatever. But now if I'm gonna go pay to see a movie, I want to watch the movie, so I want to be center to the screen, midway back for perfect auditory, surround sound. And I'll make out in my own fucking place because I am an adult. Yeah. So, no, it doesn't make a difference anymore if I have a date.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like if I'm going to the movies, it's because I want to see a movie for the most part now. The only spot that I care about sitting, I have two partners, and so I only care about if I can be center and in between the two of them, because then I get to hold the popcorn, and that's the best spot.
Boom. All right. Good answers. You know what? When I'd like to see a movie, I'd like to be as close to center as possible myself, because that's where all the sound and all the light is sort of directed at, and that's where the focus is meant to come into, is maybe a little back from center. But COVID times, going back into the theaters, I'm nervous about being around people. So like the aisle or on the side, and occasionally just if it's a movie that's that bad and you kind of want to snog, then you just you get in the back seat so you can cuddle a little bit. So I can't sleep in movies anymore because I've started to snore. And that's a good thing to do.
They don't like when you do that.
No, they don't. I actually was rate the contemporary dating apps and list the pros and cons. Holy fuck! What am I supposed to whip out a spreadsheet at this point? David, that might be too intense a question. All right. I just What, do we have anything else to wrap up about the movies?
No.
All
right. There it is. Okay. Dating apps. Should I jump on this right now? Should we? All right. This is a question. Rate the contemporary dating apps and list their pros and cons. And back row center every time for Roshan. All right. I thought that was going to, when they said back, I immediately thought it was going to be an anal sex reference. All right. Here we go. I guess I'm in the hot seat for this. This is dating apps. All depends on what you're looking for. And it really sort of depends on how low your standards could be. That's all it takes about the dating apps. And you want to know a great way to meet people? Book clubs. Like, find people who have the same interests as you, right? And then, develop a conversation about those interests. And then you can actually see if they're an interesting person worth spending time with. That's far better than, an app. Apps are like fast food. All right, Mina.
Well, I love fast food. I'm real into Tinder. Easy swiping, whatever. I like it because I have notoriously bad taste. So I like to swipe and be like, oh, you look like trouble. You look like you will be good in bed, but are either dumb or like a little mean. And I'm going to have fun with that. And Tinder is good for that. OkCupid, I'm also on. People talk too much on OkCupid. That's a personal problem, I guess. And the bios are too long. I don't have time, Every once in a while, I'll do like Hinge or Bumble, but then I don't like to be on more than like 2 apps at a time because then like you seeing the same people and then I get a little embarrassed. I'm like, yes, I am this thirsty. Thank you for noticing. But Tinder, I guess I kind of went into the dating world with Tinder. Tinder's like pretty old now, as an app. So that's my go-to. David and I met on Tinder. If that makes a persuasive argument, we've been together for almost 4 years. So.
And they're such a winner.
I know.
I don't really use dating apps. I never have, because I had terrible luck on them. Like, nobody would talk to me. And I also have like probably ADHD, and so I would forget to like check them. And so even if people did talk to me, in the rare occasions that they did, I would forget to respond. So I didn't do too hot. I had one really horrible OkCupid date, and I think I texted maybe one person from Tinder. I do like Tinder. I will give Tinder that I like playing the game of Tinder. You know what I mean? Like, I don't actually end up talking to anybody, but I like playing the game that is Tinder of like swipe, 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 swipe. Like, that's always fun. But yeah, I don't have a lot of experience with dating apps. I was not lucky in love in that way.
Boom. All right. Hold it. I'm not putting the next comment up. I'm not.
Okay. That's okay.
I'm not just cause the ADHD gang.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell whatsoever. There is. I have to admit, OkCupid. I love the polls, and I met some interesting people via the polls, good matches or whatever, and I did have a 5-year relationship out of OkCupid. Tinder sometimes could just be, it's like, oh, all right, that's ego boost. I wanted somebody has swiped yes, and I don't want to fucking talk to them, but they swiped yes. That's nice. All right, I think we're ready for the next question. Yes, let's see if I can bring that up. What's the sexiest thing someone can whisper in your ear?
Oh no.
Yes.
Listen, if we're talking serious, I probably shouldn't say it because it may be too vulgar for YouTube. But anything regarding
this is reserved for 18 and older.
Oh, great, fantastic. Anything to the line of like extremely degrading, like things that I will do to you sort of situation. Like, if you tell me that you're going to tie me up to a radiator and like leave me there for days and not come back, or only come back to like feed me once every so often, that's really gonna hit the spot for me. That's really gonna do it.
All right, and just to make sure it's Jessica Dunaway on Instagram. That's where all the DMs should go.
Oh no!
I'm a bit of a fat man, so it's dinner's ready. That's a good one. I think possibly one of the greatest things is yes, because consent is not just sexy; it's fucking necessary. But. And it's never usually a whisper, but somebody saying "come for me." That's nice too. All right, Mina.
Well, I mean, there's so many things. The sexiest. Oh, I don't know. It's hard to choose, and I feel a little flustered thinking about it.
Twitter pated.
That's a good one. I suppose the sexiest thing is like, yeah, I don't know. I definitely like. I'm really into kind of like worship, like goddess kink type stuff. So I just really like praise. That's hot to me. And yeah, just being the bestest girl in the world is just a nice feeling. But also, I've learned to appreciate things like I've run the bath for you, or like here's your favorite, or like I got you Cheez-Its and Diet Coke. That's sexy. That's a nice thing. So it ranges, but some of them are quite lewd, which I don't think I can say. I in this live stream, I'm feeling.
People are being shy. All right.
I feel like we're all at like a sleepover right now.
You know what? One of the weirdest things that I was told was the most romantic thing that I had ever said. Was I love you more than I hate mornings.
Aw,
That's
nice.
So I don't know, it worked, but I really do hate mornings. That has to be a lot of love at that point. All right, we're ready for the next question.
Mm-hmm.
And we're coming into probably doing a giveaway very shortly too. So if you want to win a prize, put in what's the hashtag I want us to use here? TLD love. That's it. TLD love. For those unaware, we've got over 100 subscribers now, so this is a chance. So type TLD love in the chat, and that's your chance to win a gift pack from us. Hopefully you're in Montreal, so I could hand deliver it. If you're not in Montreal, we'll make arrangements to get it to you. Some of the stuff probably shouldn't be mailed, but we will get this going. All right, the next question we have is, if someone wrongs you and then tells you directly, if someone wrongs you and tells you directly, does it make them any less guilty than you finding out through a third party? Mina, you're in the hot seat.
Less guilty, no, but I definitely always give points for taking accountability. I think that's a really mature thing to do, and the step you should take in the process of trying to reconcile and correct whatever was wrong is always taking accountability and apologizing and owning up to what happened. Not less guilty, but certainly worthy of discussing and trying to figure out a remedy.
All right, your sound went wonky there for a little bit, but it sounded like a bent wire, than not any other kind of connection issue.
Well, they're my roommates, so I do not take accountability.
All right, Jessica.
Yeah, no, I think Mina put it perfectly. I think like if you are still guilty of having done the thing, right? But like if you can show that you can tell me instead of me hearing from someone else, then maybe you actually like want to change, work on your behavior, whatever that looks like for you. And that I think makes a world of difference.
Boom. I do. I think you're right. The fact that somebody admits it and tells you directly is that they feel the need to apologize. And that is a good thing. It shows that they realize that they have done something inconsiderate and they're trying to make it up to you. And that's a good part of all this. We got something, I think the love doctor should do 3.
3 what?
I'm not sure. How are you getting the QR, the QR code questions? You know what? I didn't tell people how to ask questions anonymously. To do that, you just have to go to slido.com. Let's see. It's running down there. And the event code is TLD216. And you can ask your questions anonymously rather than putting them in chat. Oh, dear God. Do we want him to have access?
We're going to get some weird shit, dude. It's going to be fucking weird. All right. Let me just vouch for that right now.
So it can either be slido.com or sli.do. And the event code is TLD216. And then you'll be able to ask the questions. And
game you're
Boot, congrats for over 100. Thank you, Misty. We got a TLD love is in there. We've got another TLD love. Good. We got TLD loves coming in. So we will have a gift pack available. I should probably hold it up at some point. But we're going to move on to the next question. The next question we have. Did everybody answer that last one?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. There it is. Where is a good place for going on a blind date? All right. There's the Au Noir restaurant. Oh wait, no, that's wrong kind of blind. Au Noir being a restaurant that serves everything in darkness. Slanche, Christopher, good seeing you here. We've got a giveaway. People are typing TLD love, hashtag TLD love, so they can be entered into the draw. Good place going for a blind date. You know what? A blind date, public coffee shop, right? Or an art gallery, or a walk in a park that's not secluded. Blind dates, you do want to sort of take care of your safety at the same time. And it also gives you a chance to chat. Going to a restaurant means you kind of get locked in there too long. Coffee shop is shorter. And a movie or a show, you shouldn't be chatting with each other. You should be paying attention to the show. So that's my take on that. Mina. Oh, and Lorraine is saying, so worship the coochie. All right. And sorry, been away for a while. Sunday is kids' day, so I've got one of them watching next to me. And I just said, so worship the coochie. All right. Mina.
I would second the art gallery, but I would also add, and like everything else you said, but I would also add to the list some type of like planned activity. Like if you could find like a one-off art workshop or something where your hands are occupied but you're still able to talk, and that way even if the date is horrible you leave with like a cool thing. Yeah.
Boom. Well said, well said. Christopher saying all my kids are old enough to understand coochie worship. Okay, good. Good. All right, Jessica.
Yeah, I agree with all these suggestions. I love like a good hike. You know what I mean? Like a good like hike with like snacks. So it's like, you do like a 2-mile hike up at the top, you like have some snacks. So like you're moving together, it kind of like breaks the ice. So it's not super awkward and uncomfortable. And then you get to like actually like dig in and get to know the person. And then if it's going really well, then you can hang out up there and talk for longer and like soak in the views and stuff. And if it's going really horribly, then you can be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I have to go. And then you're out of there.
Boom. It's way better cardio than me because you can run away after a 2-hour hike.
I know. I'm like, that would be horrible.
Just saying. Pottery cafes. Sorry, Mina, is what your thought made me think of.
Yeah. Also, to be clear, I said 2-mile, not 2-hour. That would be 2 hours is too long.
All right. Misunderstood. We do kilometers here. All right. All right, I'm gonna pull up a few things, and then we'll give it one last go for people to type in the TLD love, hashtag TLD love. This is things. This is all part of one thing. It's things I love about us, and it's a little like fill in the blank book, so you can share that with your partner. And write all kinds of dirty things that the publishers didn't think you would put in.
That's nice.
We've got some Lick Me Lotto.
Ooh.
That's dirty.
So you can give those to your one to your partner on special days. We got some. Oh, all right. It shouldn't face me. It should face the camera. Some Hershey hugs.
Those are the best ones.
Mm-hmm. Just when you're feeling a little bit more adventurous. All right, that's yellow, not green. I don't know why it's showing brick, but these are these are low temperature candles, so they're better for dripping.
Ooh,
and they're neon, so they work well with black light. So if you want to have a little bit of fun with that, that's just saying, just a little.
Just saying.
And one more time, to a big thank you to the personal shopper who went through and got most of, let's face it, all of this stuff. So, and it's in a green bag, so it just can make my head disappear. Just like that. It's oh, gee. I just had flashbacks to being single. I was just like I was without head. There was that's I think that's why so many burlesquers think of me as a burlesque dad, is because I just keep on doing dad jokes. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I can see that.
You can see that. You can see that. All right. So that is going to be our first giveaway. So you can just type in hashtag TLD love, all one word, and right into the chat of YouTube or Facebook that you're watching on. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe. We're going to try to hit the next milestone as quickly as possible. So here comes the next question, though. What is the sexiest accent? And Jessica, you are in the hot seat.
Can I share an anecdote first? This is so
Please.
I'm from Boston, and I read somewhere, there's on the internet somewhere, that the Boston accent is the sexiest accent, and I was like, how dare you? I'm like mortifying. But as far as the sexiest accent goes,
We're getting a
I'm
bit
thinking.
of echo.
Yeah, one second. Let me switch my headphones. And we're back. So as far as the sexiest accent goes, I would say probably like I really like Southern accents a lot.
Boom. All right. I sort of like the North American accent. I mean, I did move here. Montreal accent is kind of nice. Some Montreal accent is kind of nice. Not all of it, some of it. Just stating. There's some weird mixes of accents here. So, but what is the sexiest accent? You know what? I don't know if you can classify it as an accent. But moans. When somebody moans perfectly, and you are kind of close and you're nuzzling in the neck, and the noises that are made at that point in time, that's usually something pretty special. Mina.
Sometimes I forget what a dirty bird you are.
Hey.
But yeah, you. But like Jessica said, I'm gonna have to go with Southern accents. Like I may be from New York originally, but my mom is from Tennessee, and so I spent quite a lot of time in the South and Midwest. And if I just something in me comes out when I am surrounded by those kinfolk of just like, hello, yes. How do you do? Other than that, though, I would probably say like North African. I really like. I've dated quite a few. Yeah, I'm into North African. Would be on my list of sexiest accents. Yeah.
Boom. All right. We had some comments coming in saying everyone has an echo now. Echo accent is the sexiest accent. I think there is Jessica is currently muted, so I can't hear if the echo's gone or not. St. Leonard, which is an area in Montreal. Hey, but guy. So sort of like that French and Italian mix. Old Montreal during the summer months for long walks. That may be a throwback to like great places to go for dates.
Blind dates.
And during the winter, Chinatown in Montreal is kind of nice, especially you get to check out people's cardio when you walk up the hill. So it's not San Francisco, but it's a fucking pain in the. All right, do we have that first baggie for a giveaway? Are we all set for the giveaway? We're gonna do this.
Hell yeah!
All right. So that's it. We have 4 entries, just 4 entries. There's a lot of people watching. I'm going to give it 10 more seconds for people to put in the hashtag TLDlove. This is a chance to win a wonderful little prize pack courtesy of the Love Doctor Livestream YouTube channel. Thanking you for getting us to 100 subscribers and hoping to get a couple more. Please remember to hit subscribe if you're watching, hit like, share the video, all that wonderful stuff. The show's far from fucking over. All right. Oh, sorry, I might curse. Are we set here? Do we get thumbs up from my 2 co-hosts on this one? Yes, we got 3 thumbs up. Here we go. Oh, and an extra one has come in. So it's going through. Sarah H is our winner of that first prize pack with the candles and the Hershey hugs. Congratulations, Sarah. We will please send me a direct message and we'll make sure to get that to you as soon as we possibly can. And then back to our regularly scheduled programming. There it is. We what's this? Misty saying there should be 5 entries. Chris just entered. Yes, yeah, it came up just in time. And I'm just switching over the screen so we can get to the proper questions. There we are. Let's move that so we're on the bottom. And can someone who has practiced monogamy all their life be able to shift to a man who is more polyamorous? Mina, you are in the hot seat.
Well, yeah. All things are possible. Just takes patience and practice and, doing your research. But, life is long. The journey is, contains multitudes, and no reason why not.
Boom. Jessica, your thoughts?
Yeah. Well, so I'm a little bit confused by the question. I'm not really sure if we're talking about like dating a man who is more polyamorous and staying monogamous yourself, or changing completely from like monogamy to poly. Both of which things, like my answer is yeah, totally. I think that mono-poly relationships are tough. They require a lot of communication. So do poly relationships, and so do mono relationships, right? Like it requires constant communication, constant checking in, making sure that you're respecting each other's boundaries, making sure that you know what those boundaries are, all of that kind of stuff. But it's absolutely possible if you put the work in.
Well, I feel like you've been watching me for a long time now. It's all about the communication and understanding where the boundaries of the relationships are. I do believe I like, all right, the Kinsey scale on orientation, I know it's a bit debunked now, but they say that 10% of all people are born gay, and I believe that means only 10% of all people are born straight, and everyone else is somewhere on the barrier in between. I also believe some people are hardwired to be monogamous. Like, it's not so much it's not a choice for them, but some people are hardwired to be polyamorous, but everybody else is on the scale in between. And communication is the key to sort of feeling comfortable with that, learning about compersion, and understanding what the exact boundaries are, and being honest with how you feel in the moment so you can work past it. If it isn't working, no matter how much you like the person, if you don't like them as they are, right, trying to change somebody else is going to be painful in a relationship. And the asking somebody to change for you is just kind of the same way. So making the communications and seeing that both of you are worth working towards to make it work. A lot of work was in that sentence, but it does work out that way. I think I just sort of spilled with the amount of work in that working sentence. All right. Misty is saying congrats to Sarah. Misty knows that there'll be more giveaways, so there's still a chance to win. And All right. So we've got a bunch of questions here. So let's just work on to the next question. Wait. Okay, Mina is laughing. I'm not sure why. How long is too long to make things official? Example: 8 months of fucking. I'm in the hot seat for that. There's no limit. There is no limit to it. All right. If you met somebody who was supposed to be just a hookup and then it became a friends with benefits and then you're catching the feels, then catch the feels. As long as everybody involved in the relationship is cool with it, then it's cool. All right. Have that discussion. That's why we're always harping on about communication, is because if you understand and you take the time to learn what your partner wants and how you two work together, or 3 or 4, not to be mononormative, work together, then you can make it work. And if you can't make it work, don't try to force it.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And I also feel like sometimes maybe people feel shy about asking to, DTR to find the relationship. And so they're waiting for the other person to start that conversation. And then it feels like you're waiting forever. And I would just say, you're never going to regret asking. Even if the answer is no and it sucks for the moment, it's always better to know. And so, there's no limit, but it's also, don't be shy. Just, it's okay to ask for what you want.
Sage advice.
Yeah, I completely agree with what both of you said. I mean, I guess the only thing I would add is what does official mean anyway? What does that mean to you? And because the chances are it might not mean the same thing to you as it does to the person that you're seeing in whatever capacity you're seeing them. And so you have to figure that out for yourself first, and then ask for what you want. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Boom. Great point in there. Anytime that you're having a discussion about, limitations or boundaries on the relationship, definitions help. Definitions definitely help. What some people consider to be a monogamous relationship might not be the same as what other people consider a monogamous relationship. Even though that is just one word, there's a lot of confusion. All right. Anyone else thinking about ball of confusion at this point? No? Love and rockets? All right. What? Just musical things hit my head and they spill out my mouth. That's just wrong. All right. How would you hide a body for your lover? And how would you decide if your lover was worth hiding a body for? All right. Let's ask the person who lives in the 2 mobbed up cities of Boston and New York.
Yeah, right. Great.
So Whitey Bulger, not related. All right, good.
Well, okay. So this is going to be dark. I live in Ithaca and we have a lot of gorges here. Ithaca's gorgeous. Yeah. And so I would probably just put a body at the bottom of a gorge. Right? Because it happens all the time. Not all the time, but enough that nobody would be like, whoa, this is sus. How would I decide if they're worth hiding a body for? I don't know. I haven't met that person yet, but when I do, I will share that information.
Good answer. And now I know where to avoid in Ithaca. There is I think the echo is coming through Mina's microphone. I did a little test, and it cut in and out. Comedian Dave Attell has a joke. New York-based comedian Dave Attell had a joke saying, "A friend is someone that will help you move. A good friend is someone that will help you move a body." I'm pro-life and not in the Republican way. I'm anti-death penalty, anti-war. I don't believe that death I don't believe capital punishment should be a thing. At the same time, if somebody I loved came up to me and said, "I've killed this person. They needed to be killed. I need the body gotten rid of," if I felt that it was a valid enough reason, yes, I probably help. I probably shouldn't admit that anywhere, but there's a Montreal tradition I learned about. It's was fairly common at one time of sleeping bags being like a body put in and then filled with cement and then dumped into the river. So that's an old-fashioned way, and it's I guess quick and easy. Is it quick and easy? I don't know. I haven't dealt like I've carried dead bodies, but I've not like had to dispose of them, and other than stick them in a grave properly. So I'll step away before I start putting the suggestion that maybe we should put 2 bodies in a coffin for a cremation. Mina, you're muted, but it is your...
Yes. Okay. Well, first, I for a while I lived in Kansas City, Missouri, which also used to have a lot of mob violence, and they would bury people in the Missouri River back, in the 30s, 40s. And when I was in high school, those bodies started to surface. So bad idea. There was like a couple of years when just random body parts would start floating. So I would say deep out in the woods, just like, no one's land is where I would go with that. And how I would decide if someone is worth it. I'm a very loyal person, and I take love very seriously. Once I make that commitment, it's done. So if I love you, I will hide a body for you. Yeah, already. Mm-hmm.
Boom. All right. Oh, different view. There we are. That's a bit better. Does anyone remember when the story about Vancouver, Canada, where the tennis shoes were washing up on shore, just a Vancouver beach around there with like the remains of a foot in them?
No.
All right. Well, it was a popular news story. It came and went a couple times because there was apparently a season for it. But they do believe they know where it came from. There's a river that comes close to the shore, comes out close to the shore, that the tidal currents will pull it around to the beach. And there's a bridge, which apparently, trigger warning on this one, was popular for suicides. So there's all kinds of theories that it was like a mob thing or whatever, but no one was, coming in missing a foot, saying, I don't know where my other trainer is. But it's just because people would sink to the bottom, but the joints, the soft cartilage and all that around the ankle, and the sneakers being made of primarily like foam, rubber, etc., would float up, like break off, float off, and then go in around, which made identifying the bodies just from the foot a little difficult. Just saying. Was that too much information? I'm not sure, but there we go. I do want to remind people that this show is run entirely on your donations. So there is a link tree at the bottom. The top thing is buy me a drink. Anything that comes in the next 24 hours is split among the 3 performers that you're seeing on stage. And we understand that not everybody is back to full work, etc. If you can't financially support the channel, please make sure you hit the like, you hit subscribe, and you share it with your friends. Tell them what all the great advice that you've been receiving. That's what we're doing, right? Advice? Is that? Yeah. Okay. All right. Good.
More or less, yeah.
More or less. Here we are. The next question that we have is, my man and I were almost caught, and caught where? All right. And he had to get dressed fast, and he took my underwear by mistake. All right. Was somebody coming home and he had to go out the window? All right. I haven't seen them since. I'm a bit miffed because they were part of a set, but I'm slightly intrigued. Is he wearing them? Can this be a thing? Is this a kink? He does have a great ass. And Mina, you are in the hot seat. So, and you're still muted.
It is a thing. It is a kink. I don't know what he may or may not be doing with them at this point. Maybe they're just hidden for him to sniff somewhere. You never know. Also a thing and a kink. You know, I feel like all bodies deserve to look nice in cute panties. So, fuck gender norms around that. Yeah.
Boom. Jessica.
Listen, I love a good high waist thong on anybody. It looks real good. But yeah, I mean, it's totally a thing, like Mina said. And the only way you can find out is to ask about them, I guess, right? In a way that still respects this person's privacy. If they don't want to talk about it, then we don't have to press them about it. That's something that people come to in their own time. There can be a lot of shame rooted around these things, and you don't want to like go digging through somebody's kind of like Pandora box of shame, but also let them know that you're there and that maybe you'd like to see their sweet ass in a high-waisted thong maybe sometime.
All right, and not that we're suggesting that you send your pictures to Jessica at this point. That was not why I gave the link earlier. Lorraine is giving a congrats to Sarah, so we will be doing another draw just after the hour. So make sure you've put in, if you've already put in the hashtag TLD love, it still stands, but you can always put in again, or somebody, because I know that we have a lot of watchers who didn't put in. They can put in the TLD love. Hashtag TLD love into the chat, and we will be able to draw. I love the fact that you were worried about that person's like being embarrassed of taking the panties by mistake. May not have even been by mistake. So, but let them know that you kind of like the idea. That's obviously that comes across in the question, that they like the idea that somebody has their panties. So congratulations on that one. All right. Next question we have is camping a good idea? Oh, hold it. What? No, we're jumping ahead here. Can two people be compatible sexually but not nocturnally? Like you need separate rooms because she steals all the blankets and kicks like it's the FIFA World Cup. The sex is amazing, but she goes from sweet submissive to evil sadist in her sleep. There we go. There we go. Oh, we also have a request. Jessica, show us your lighting setup. They want to know if it's like a disaster on the other side of the room. Apparently. All right. You actually have the hot seat for that question. So, can two people be compatible sexually but not nocturnally?
God, yeah, absolutely. I mean, our sleeping setup is that there are like two separate blankets, and I like sleep in the middle. That way I can like escape through the crack if I need to, if it like gets too hot and stuff like that. And like, you know, one partner loves to like spoon, and the other partner is like, don't fucking touch me. Like it's absolutely possible. And there are ways to work around it. Listen, they make like blankets with whole like zippers down them and stuff like that if it's not going to work out. So maybe like a separate blanket thing or something like that. I don't know.
Boom. Mina.
Wait, first, does this mic work? Is the echo?
Yes.
I feel like, okay, cool. These are also my roommate's headphones. Okay, I don't have too much to add to Jessica's, except for that I agree. And in my ideal situation, I would want 2 bedrooms, just because my bedroom is also like my altar space and studio space, and it's just like a really important room for me, and I want my own, even if I was living with somebody, but I don't really want to live with somebody. So, yeah.
Boom. Good answers from both of you. I agree. Like 2 bedrooms or even 2 beds. Like let's take it to the honeymooners, whatever. But at the same time, part of my love language is touch. So to sleep, and I want to have my arms around someone, just kind of helps me sleep better. And but the thing is, that's not for everybody, and I know everyone is different, and that's okay. So if you're not compatible sleeping together, but you still have amazing sex, then schedule the sex. Have a little bit of cuddle and aftercare time, and then move to separate locations to sleep. So you both get the winks that you need, because sleep is fucking necessary. All right. So that was a good question. I like that question. That was a good question. I think we're good. Jessica, I think we've conquered our echo problem, so you probably won't need to remain on mute. That way we can hear your laughter. You're perfectly animated, but let's get that next question. Is camping a good idea to see if a guy is a good fit for a long-term relationship? Is camping a good idea to see if a guy is fit for a long-term relationship? What kind of long-term relationship are you looking? Are you planning on like the zombie apocalypse? Just, all right, let's take him to the woods and see if he can survive. If he can survive, then he's on the zombie apocalypse team. If that is the thing, sure. But there's a lot of people, like I grew up rural and I live in a city now, and I'm very fucking thankful I live in a city. When things go to shit, I'll probably die, but I'll be among the first to die, and kind of happy with that. Yeah, if that's what you need in your relationship, is a good camping fit guy, then do your tests. Find out. Jessica.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a glamping kind of gal at best. Obviously. But if that's something that's important to you, and if that's something that like you think will determine like a valuable, like if camping is a really big part of your life and you're like, I need to make sure that I can get along in this, like with this person in the woods with very little to go off of, yeah, why not? Have a blast.
Boom. All right, Mina.
Yeah, I don't really have anything, I think, that you guys didn't already say. Camping wouldn't be my, like, tool for measuring that, but if that's what you love and need, go for it. Run your tests.
Boom. All right, we are about to go again, just giving people, we just got a surge of watchers, so type in TLD love, hashtag TLD love into the chat. Let's see, where did I put that? There it is. It's running along the bottom. Hashtag TLD love. That is your chance to win a package. Let me see what's in this package. We'll do the drink mix one another day, I think, maybe. Who knows? Maybe we'll do it at the end of the show. This one here has synthetic rose petals. So, you know, you're not harming a plant in getting those out. We've got nothing's sadder than a naked rose. We've got a Karma Sutra candle, just more candles. Though I don't think that's a low heat wax. We've got Hershey Kisses, which is in a green bag, so it looks like just the shit emoji. And I should get a job describing things for people. There's this is the Naughty Night Nice Date Kit. So it comes with 2 packs of cards, which are silo wrapped, so I can't really show them to you. But it's got the naughty, and it's got, I believe, the nice, and you go and you select 2 cards or mix them together or just pick 1 card, and that helps determine what you're going to be doing for the date. So those are the things. So TLD love, put that in the chat. We're going to be doing a draw here in just a second. Our winner for the first draw was Sarah. And do we need to write something else to join this one? No, it is the same one. We're just going to run. Now, if Sarah does win a second time, I'm sorry, Sarah, we're going to actually push it so you will, what is the word? You don't win both of them, just so no one thinks we're being special. Really hoping. So we got all the TLD loves are in. Andrew is giving us a devil and the angel. Andrew Mancini, if you want to enter the competition, type in hashtag TLD love into the chat right away. We're going to give this account. You know what? We're going to do one. No, we can't do one more question because I hit the bloody questions. All right. So I can only do one of these screen shares at a time. So here we are. That was our last winner. And gonna hit the draw button on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw again. Andrew got it in just in time.
That's what we like.
Oh no! All right, we're gonna draw again. Sorry, Sarah. I feels like destiny, but let's try this again. I might have to change the code. Hopefully, I don't. But... There it is, Andrew Mancini. I thought we were going to get 3 for 3 on Sarah, but Andrew Mancini, way to come in under the wire. He's got the laughing emoji at that point. Andrew, send me a private message and we will get that package to you. Congratulations. Is anyone going to admit to knowing Andrew or... No. All right. Welcome, Andrew. Welcome very much to the Love Doctor livestream. We're here answering people's questions about love, sex, and relationships. And we just did a little bit of a giveaway that you actually won. Oh, lucky person. There we go. All right. Okay, good. I big thank you to the shopper who did all of the so much of the work. I just got messages that they know both people and that they can handle the delivery. So that saves us putting it in the postage. We're good. And our next question is, Jessica, I love your eye makeup, liquid eyeliner or pencil. This is directed specifically at Jessica. So I personally am wearing neither. Go ahead, Jessica.
Wow, thank you. It is liquid eyeliner and it is Wet n Wild because it's foolproof.
Classic.
It's foolproof.
Yeah.
Boom. All right, we've got tons of questions now, so we're going to try to get through them as quick as possible. Next question we have here is the best thing to keep pasties on. Mina, you are in the hot seat.
Okay, so here's the thing. I sweat. I am a sweaty, chubby, hairy person. And I love that about myself, but it means that it takes a lot to keep pasties on. So I've tried quite a few things. I go with spirit gum at this point. Carpet tape is also okay. Every once in a while, I can get away with like just your standard like double-sided tape, but that's only if I'm doing like a really slow number. If I'm doing any type of twirling, girls need to have some real backup. The unfortunate side effect, though, is that I tend to be allergic to what I use, and so whenever I get peel them off, if I don't do it really delicately with a lot of baby oil and proper aftercare, it looks like I've got like giant hickeys on my nipples for like several days, and they're itchy. It's not like cute hickeys, it's just like itchy, uncomfortable hickeys. So try things out, test your skin, but yeah, spirit gum is my go-to.
Spirit gum is the classic, and also can be removed with rubbing alcohol. But if you do that, you also want to make sure you moisturize afterwards because it does dry the skin. And don't ask me how I know that.
Yeah, I was like, oh gosh, spirit gum. I've never tried using spirit gum, but I love toupee tape, chopstick. It's classic, and carpet tape works really well for me too.
Boom. So great answers from experienced people on that. Jessica, you are a self-confessed theater nerd, are you not? Or
yes,
you are. So you actually, that was one of the things you covered in school was. All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, did we just channel Wisconsin there?
Oh yeah. Don't you know?
We've got Misty Portugal saying congrats, Andrew, and lucky thank you from Andrew Mancini. So they're happy they won. And this next question, oh my goodness, I just caught a peek of it. Why are men's sex toys creepier than women's? Jessica, you got this first.
I mean, okay, to be fair, I don't think that that's strictly true because they make some real interesting looking things to insert into yourself if you are a vagina haver, or if you're not and you are just using a flared base and being responsible in that way. One of my friends made like a Cthulhu butt plug. Horrifying, but someone out there I'm sure is super into it, and I love you for it. But I think that there's something about like it being like in. I don't know any better way to describe that. It's just like in, and then also like I don't know if anybody has checked out the Instagram page Dildo Nightmares, but it's like very often the most horrifying ones come from trying to combine like too many things into one go. So it's like a butt with like boobs like on where your ass cheeks are, and then like a mouth at like the top of, and it's like it's a lot. It's just a lot, and it's just like they're just trying to put there's just too much salt in the soup. It's too much, and that's my hot take on that. And I'm gonna stop now.
Boom. All right. Mina.
Okay, I feel like I could go on a really long rant about like the objectification of women's bodies and like the pillows, the tit pillows that you are meant to fuck, and the face, anyway, things like that. But I think the real answer is that the cleanup is lonelier, and that's kind of what makes it a little creepy, you know, with those enemies that you have to deal with. Yeah.
Boom. You know what? A lot of female sex toys are great to use with a partner. Male sex toys, I'm not sure exactly. Like I guess they could operate the fleshlight for you, but it seems redundant at that point. And the idea, I've never been a fan of people who say that they are a butt man or a breast man or legs person. Sorry to genderify that, but people who say that I'm attracted to this, then you're attracted to pieces of meat. You should be attracted to a person, and that's a complete package. Now, when it comes to masturbation, I don't think it's creepy if you're just using a toy or whatever to get along. I have a Mose pad that doesn't have breasts on it, so that's kind of good. Was that weird?
We're setting the bar very high here.
Yes. All right. Boxers, brief, or thongs? All right. Commando. What? Jessica.
Yeah, I try never to wear underwear if I can help it, but it also depends on like what am I channeling, right? I love like an 80s stripper high-waisted thong, super comfy, always very flattering. As I was saying before, send me your butt pics. Don't do that. Ask for that. But also there's panic in my eyes now. I'm just talking. But also if I'm trying to channel my more like I don't know, I don't want to call it a masculine side because it's not really that, but like there's just a certain power that comes from wearing boxers. As someone who identifies as a lady, like there's just something very powerful to me about that, and so I also love that feeling.
Boom. Mina.
I thought that we were thinking about like for what we like to see on our partners, but for both me and others, I would say briefs, just because I mean thongs are nice too. Definitely no boxers. I like to be able to appreciate a cute little butt when it's in front of me, and they look nice in briefs, and I just want to smack it. And thongs, I feel like fine if my partner wants to go for it. I can probably do like 3 hours tops in a thong, and then I'm annoyed. Same with like underwire bras. I'm just like, there's a limit. I don't like wearing clothes in general, but yeah, let's go with briefs.
That's great. I never thought about what I like to see. That Mina put a good spin on that last question there. It has been correct. All right. I thought that was our last question, but it looks like we've got one more question. First off, I do want to make a point of thanking the wonderful co-hosts I've had on the show right now. We've had the lovely Mina Minou, who is ghost_magic on Instagram. Please follow them, find out where they're performing and how to go out and see them. Of course, I believe Ghost Magic, we're getting you on Vaudeville at some point in the near future. Damn hope so.
It would be a pleasure.
There we go. And Jessica Dunaway, online for now until you come visit Montreal. But that's at Jessica Dunaway, all one word, on Instagram. Do you have anything you want to mention for people?
If anybody's going to be in the Boston area, happens to be in the Boston area at the end of April, I'll be doing a show out there called Soft Satanic. I'm super excited about it.
Nice.
Boom. All right. And Mina, do you have anything that you want to announce?
I'm going to be in the the Man Spread, in April with the new concept, or the show that has a new concept, like showing your first act and then your latest act. I forget what it's called. I'm really sorry, but I'm pretty sure it's April 16th. So come out and check out my Instagram, and I'll have like information about it coming up.
Cool. Before we get to the last question, just a comment here from David Windsor. This episode was fantastic. Have Mina's girlfriend on more often.
Sorry.
I'm not sorry. They kept it alive, and that is a good thing. Jessica, this is your first time on the show, and you've been so animated and so lovely. Mina, you know how much I adore you. So we are going to get that last question up on the screen. And just a reminder for people, you can donate to help support the show. Allow me to pay these fantastic people using the link tree. It's running on the bottom right now. I love Sunday nights. My drink, the doc, and 2 beautiful guests. Keep up the amazing work, and I see you next week. Congrats. I'm going to be hosting the Vaudeville Variety Show this Wednesday at the Wiggle Room. And of course, this channel here, please tell as many people as you can about it, and click like, hit subscribe, do all those wonderful things so you know about the shows coming up. Thank you both for being part of this show. I've had a lot of fun. Have you two had fun?
Yes.
Gosh, yes.
All right. And for everybody out there, remember... Oh, hold it. What? Yes. All right. This has been the Love Doctor live stream. And remember, I love